energy transmutation. In the Bible, you wouldn't believe it unless I told you. And it happened with your boy Jesus. What am I talking about? We know that the fact energy transmutation is this. Is when you transfer energy from one person to another person, or from one thing to another thing. I'm smoking this cigar. Burning the cigar, the tobacco leaf doesn't just disappear. It doesn't become nothingness. It just transmute into ash or smoke and go into my mouth and becomes a part of my being. But it transmutes from one form to another depending upon what is being transmuted to. How does this show up in the Bible with Jesus? Well, there's a story about how there was a woman with an issue of blood, meaning that she was on her period for like 20 years or so. The thing about it, the crowd was pushing up against Jesus, and this woman wanted to get to Jesus, and she was struggling to get to Jesus, and she was trying hard to get to Jesus. And many pastors would say this is why you got to really push hard to get to Jesus. You got to struggle to get to what you want to get to. But when she got close enough, now understand, Jesus was considered a rabbi, so it was illegal, a death sentence for a woman to touch a rabbi. By the way, if he was a rabbi, then that means he was married too. So the story says she didn't touch him personally, but she touched the hem of his garment. And when he did, she was healed. But if you really look at the story, Jesus said, I felt the energy go out of me. The energy that was needed to heal this woman went out of him. And we're going to get to that in just a second. So the story is implying that the power of Jesus was so strong that by touching the hem of his cloak, that power went into this woman and it was healed. Energy transmutation. When people do Reiki, energy manipulation. When people do healing touches, healing massages, this is a transference of energy. When you do a heart chakra meditation, you are transferring energy. When you have sex, you are transferring energy. So when people tell you that that stuff is witchcraft, point to that story and you'll see that in your Bible, you have energy transmutation. Now on another note, how could Jesus feel the power go out of him? If Jesus is God, then God can always and can only and always be just that, God. Cannot be no more, cannot be no less. That means that there is no way the energy could have left him. You cannot take energy from God. If you take energy from God, then that God is not God anymore, because he is less than the original formation of God. So if Jesus lost energy, and therefore he is not God. And just to cap it off, when he went into the Garden of Gethsemane, he had to charge up, get his God power